Now it's my great honor to welcome Rev Judith Elia. We're going to talk for Palm Sunday. Get off your high horse. Rev Judith Elia, come on up and join us.
I tried to translate "get off your high horse" to my friend who speaks Arabic today, and it was very difficult. Slang terms are not easy. Yeah. So this is Palm Sunday, when Christians all over the world celebrate Jesus entering into the holy city of Jerusalem during the high holy festival days on a donkey. People shouted, "Hosanna!" and waved palm branches and threw their cloaks on the ground to honor him. What makes it more amazing is that Jesus knew the forces of oppression were gathering around him, yet he did not turn away, yet he did not go into hiding. We read in the scriptures that he marched into the temple and turned over the tables of the money changers. Many scholars believe that's what got him killed. He even whipped them on the way out the temple doors. He did this knowing full well there would be consequences. He might be put in jail. He might not survive. But he courageously, what was contrary to his custom, entered into Jerusalem on a donkey, when all about him, the cabal of religious leaders and elites were painting their stallions and putting on gilded bridles and posing their teachers on tops of big chariots and even on the tops of stretchers on their shoulders. I think Jesus was giving the message, get off your high horse, meaning come down to earth. We're all equal. Look with humility upon these people. In the midst of many diverse sects and beliefs within Judaism, there was this one courageous Jew, a Palestinian Jew born in Nazareth, proclaiming his resistance to authority, protocol, and the current societal norms. Jeshua, he was called. And he spoke these words, "Woe to you, hypocrites, blind guides, and thick-necked vipers." And in a society that saw prestige, money, and status as a great human goal, he rode into Jerusalem on a donkey. Jesus lived in a world of tremendous political conflicts, religious and political persecution, violent crimes, terrifying barbaric tortures, guerrilla warfare, and massacres. Not unlike our world today. There were many warring factions within Judaism itself, and among the neighboring tribes and people of other lands and cultures who lived nearby, as there still are today. And Jesus was alive thousands of years ago, during the time when Judas the Galilean led a rebellion. He was a rebel. He led a rebellion against Roman taxation. And no fewer than 2,000 people were crucified. The Romans called these people evil bandits, but the Jews called this underground movement freedom fighters, or a revolutionary army for the resistance against oppression. Think about it. Does this sound familiar? Just in reverse. It is now the Jews calling Hamas. The resistance against oppression, the evil bandits, terrorists. Since Israel's unilateral ending of the ceasefire that has never been officially ended from the other side, on March 18th, Israel has been carrying out relentless bombing, killing over 1,400 Palestinians, wounding over 3,600, according to the health ministry. An average of 100 children are being killed daily. That's according to the UN. Israel is at the same time inciting tensions within Egypt and Lebanon and Syria to lay what some people suspect is the groundwork for a mass expulsion of the Palestinian people. And we're hearing people speak out loud the most heinous things, like Minister Smotrich said, not even a grain of wheat will enter Gaza. Jesus made a choice to be baptized in the tradition of John the Baptist, who actually was living in the wilderness in Jordan, what we call Jordan now, which is all originally just called Palestine. This wild teacher eating locust and honey for food and living this meager life of sacrifice, but who welcomed and baptized everyone. Sinners, prostitutes, tax collectors, soldiers, scribes, Pharisees, Sadducees, any of them. And he told them all the same thing. Sin no more. Stop doing this. What you're doing. Stop the oppression of other people. Stop believing less in yourself than you are. Sin in that culture meant just you're missing the mark. You're not on the straight path. John even challenged Herod, the king, which eventually got him beheaded. Again, not much has changed. We're just seeing it in reverse. Palestinians are the ones being tortured, massacred, babies freezing to death, dying in incubators, children getting shot point blank in the head, in the chest by snipers. We can't deny it. Over 80 doctors testified to our government, but still we're sending bombs to kill these people. Doctors are kidnapped. Journalists, 211 of them killed. That's more journalists that were killed in any cumulative war in this century. World War I, World War II, the Vietnam War, all together. Iraq, Iran, Syria, all together. Not that many journalists have been killed as in this one genocide. And then recently, medical workers in their ambulances, bombed, and then shot execution style and buried in a mass grave. Does it get any worse? How can humans do this to other humans? How can humans allow this to continue to be done year after year, day after day, and call ourselves human? In the midst of all this insanity, religious leaders just keep up their ceremonies and rituals. I'm sure they'll be handing out little palms in Catholic churches today, but few of them will mention the genocide. Few of them will even say the word Palestine. Few people on this earth will even ask today for prayers for these people that are being annihilated. And worse are the Christian nationalists, psychopaths who support Israel. We see ads for them all the time. I stand with Israel. Because they believe selfishly that when the temple is rebuilt, when everyone in Palestine is dead or subjugated, and then they go in and they destroy the mosque in Jerusalem and build another temple to Israel, then they believe this, Jesus will return. I mean, could Jesus be in favor of that? I mean, how ridiculous is that thought? That all that killing could be done in the name of this man who came into Jerusalem on a donkey, who refused to fight, who walked peacefully to his own death, saying, Father, forgive them, for they know what they do. They know not what they do. Love your neighbors, no exceptions. It's really amazing, actually. It's a wonder how people, just like you and me, can be propagandized so effectively to hate so much in the name of a person who taught love, who taught turning the other cheek, who taught over and over and over again this Aramaic word, gemira, be all-inclusive, leave nobody out of your circle of love, who consoled people over and over again. Don't cry, don't worry, be of good cheer, don't be afraid, stand and take your mat and walk. Who was constantly ministering to the poor, the oppressed, and the downtrodden. Saying over and over and over again, don't give up. Know your worth. Love, love, love everyone. He said, what merit is it to you if you just love those that love you? It's nothing. Even the tax collectors do that, right? And even everybody does that. But if you love those people that don't love you, if you bless those that curse you, if you love your enemies, now that's something. Myrtle Fillmore, who founded Unity, said this: get busy using the truth you know. Love those around you in practical ways and pay no attention to what others are doing. Insofar as to make comparisons, bring forth your own joyous world of love, friendship, beauty, and plenty. God is giving everything required to build such a world. There is within you God-given intelligence to build this world. Get at it. So many people that I know that worked so hard for much of their lives to build peace have given up. So many people are not getting off of their meditation mat. So many people all over the world are just focusing within. But Jesus stood for taking down from the mountain what you learned on the mountaintop, for actually proving in the valleys of your life what you really stand for. And we have to admit that the exhilaration of Palm Sunday's Hosanna, Hosanna, blessed to the one who comes in the name of the Lord, that doesn't last. Our courage and our dreams dim as we stumble and we fall and we become disappointed and discouraged and depressed and overwhelmed on the path of our life. but our failures, especially in this country, we're so responsible for what's happening in the world. There's been so much that we have falsely believed about America. Now, these failures, these hundreds of students and professors in jail for speaking up for Palestine, these people being deported because they're speaking freely in the United States of America. These archaic laws being used against people like Mahmoud Khalil, who couldn't be more than the salt of the earth than any other human being we know of. It's so hard to see that happen in the, quote, land of the free. And it sometimes feels like the end of the world. But in the words of Mahatma Gandhi, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win. Let me say that again. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. The story of Palm Sunday reminds us that fear of failure, embarrassment, humiliation, even death should not deter us from answering the call of justice. Because the spirit of truth is strong within us and in the world. Have you noticed? Millions of people are rising up and protesting all over this world. Just last weekend, millions of people in this country and internationally came together to speak and stand for our freedoms, to speak and stand in nonviolent protest. We may not all agree on what we were standing for, but we all agreed we're standing for the freedom to say it and to not go to jail when we do. When being divinely called to stretch like we are today, to face the seemingly impossible, whatever we each do, however we each act, we will be rewarded. I know this for myself. As difficult as it was at times to be in Palestine and Israel during a war, it was the most rewarding thing I've ever done. When we stretch in the direction of good for humanity, there is immeasurable reward. It's the pearls of great price that they speak about in the Bible. It's what grows our soul. It's hope from beyond that pushes us forward. When we stand in truth and do what's true and worthy and beneficial for humanity, there is strength. There is hope. There is love. And that's enough. Happy Palm Sunday.